And the center of the professional football world will be in Canton, enshrining the class of 2013.
So Leon Bibb decided to add the Hall of Fame to his list of stops in his My Ohio series. So we're going to hand the ball off to Leon.
And I will make a dash for the goal line, but why go alone? Why don't you come along with me to Canton's Pro Football Hall of Fame?
A youngster catching the ball, bounding for the goal line. Football calls him. Perhaps the youngster envisions a faraway football greatness, the stuff of dreams played in the shadow of the dream factory itself, the Pro Football Hall of Fame. In Canton, Ohio, it is the depository, housing names, histories, and stories of professional football and those enshrined in hallowed halls.
Any visitor who comes here, whether they're a rabid fan who sits in the dog pound or there's someone who's being dragged here with the rest of the family, they come out with a very enjoyable experience because it's hard not to.
Here are storied tales of the game's greats. They are chronicled with the artifacts and tools of the game. Players, coaches, and others who were stellar in the professional game have their names etched here. The past is celebrated, but so too is football's future.
The goal is to move the ball across the goal line. That's always the case in football. Lots of football history here. As well, lots of football future. That's the Super Bowl trophy. It eventually will go to the next Super Bowl game to be awarded to the next champion. But for right now, it's in Canton.
Canton, because professional football began here. In 1920, founders of what would become the National Football League gathered in a Hupmobile auto dealership showroom and hammered out plans for a league, contracts inked on a car's hood. History.
On display, it's not just any football, it's not any jersey, it's an actual artifact from that moment in time, and that never grows old.
Nothing grows old in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Their images keep football stars forever young, as they were. Life's realities may age the men, but here they still move with powerful grace.
He jumped through the gap so quick one time that he took a handoff away from the quarterback. Never saw it before, haven't seen it since.
The stories bring in the masses. Fans who saw firsthand or heard of football's greats come to Canton to jog their memories.
Don Maynard.
John Henry Johnson.
Gene Upshaw. I remember him.
See people like Joe Montana and Steve Young, my favorite 49ers of all time.
I was a very fan of Gale Sayers.
Ellen Page. He was cool.
This is the spiritual heart of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. These busts represent the enshrinees here in the hall. The legendary football coach and Hall of Fame enshrinee himself, John Madden, once said he believes that when the Hall of Fame is closed and the light level is low, these busts talk to each other. Maybe not, but certainly there is magic in this room. There is something almost mystical in this room, isn't there?
Yeah. Oh, it's just unbelievable. You know, it brings back so many memories.
One of the greatest athletes in American history, Jim Brown averaged more than 100 yards per game throughout his career. And it was his love of the game that drove him to be the best.
Time stands still for those enshrined here. In their images, they are forever young. Of more than 23,000 pro football players, coaches, and team owners, fewer than 300 are in pro football's historic hall. In football, this is as close as one gets to immortality.
As Deacon Jones used to say, that's a team that you can't be cut from, you can't be traded from, and you can't even die off of.
Magic here. Retired players viewing images of themselves may be brought to tears, for this is the stuff of dreams. Today, a youngster following a ball's flight dreams of the game, realizing maybe, just maybe, he too runs the long route to his own enshrinement in Canton's hallowed corridors of Pro Football's Hall of Fame.
Here's something I want you to think about. There have been 23,000 players who have made regular season NFL team rosters since the league was founded in 1920. Of that number, 280, well, this weekend, there will be 287 enshrined in the Hall of Fame. I got an idea. Hey, go deep. I'll hit you.